Think buying a home is expensive? Try renting. National rents are up double digits year over year, a whopping 26.5%. In Raleigh, North Carolina, the average two-bedroom rental is $1,974. And that is a year-over-year change of 48.89%. I get it. Homeownership is not for everyone. I also believe there's a time to rent. However, I know that time is not now. Perhaps you are a renter and you want to become a homeowner, but you think home prices are going to fall. If this is you, I have two words to share with you, and they are, think again. Welcome to special episode 151 of the Martini Mortgage Podcast. My name is Kevin Martini, and I am a certified mortgage advisor. I help families create generational wealth in real estate with the right mortgage strategy. I'm located in Raleigh, North Carolina. However, myself, along with a very talented crew of mortgage professionals, can help families in all 100 counties in North Carolina and pretty much in every state in the U.S. too. I'm calling this special episode of the Martini Mortgage Podcast, Think Again. You may be in the camp that, you believe that home prices are going to fall. Maybe worse, you believe that we're in a housing bubble. I can understand why someone would have that thought. After all, in the past several years, the housing market appreciated at a remarkable rate. Let me share 4 MartiniMortgageGroup.com reasons why we are not in a housing bubble and why a housing bubble is not forming even with fluctuating mortgage rates and high inflation. MartiniMortgageGroup.com fact number 1. Today, there is an undersupply of houses versus the oversupply of houses in 2006 and 2007. There is an indisputable data that highlights in the years leading up to the housing bubble in 06 and 07, we were building roughly 50% more homes than were needed every year. Yes, you heard me properly. We were building roughly 50% more homes than were needed. And this simply resulted in an oversupply of homes in the U.S. This oversupply was generated because of real estate speculation. In the decades leading up to the current housing situation, we are in an undersupply of building homes to the point that we're currently have a shortage of at least 5.5 million homes. That means we currently have an undersupply of homes in the U.S. Yes, there is a true need for roofs right now, and sadly, this undersupply of homes will not be corrected in a year or a couple of years. It could take a decade. MartiniMortgageGroup.com fact number 2. Millennials are buying homes today versus millennials were just simply too young to buy homes in 2006 and 2007. There's no way to sugarcoat it. 2006 and 2007, there was a housing bubble, and that housing bubble burst. During that period of time, the millennial generation of home buyers were too young to buy homes. During the decade after that, the millennial generation of home buyers took longer to form their households and buy their first homes as compared to previous generations. In the past few years, the millennial generation of home buyers has just started to buy homes. Not all millennials have purchased. In fact, 52% of adults aged 18 to 34 are still living with their parents. This means that the demand among first-time home buyers is likely to increase in the coming months, year, and years. MartiniMortgageGroup.com fact number 3. Jobs and income were being lost in 2006 and 2007 versus today, where there is a very strong labor market with higher wages. When the housing bubble burst in 06 and 07, the economy crashed and many people lost their job. Great people, good people were hurt. It took over 6 years for the unemployment rate to drop below 5% again. During the evil pandemic recession, it took less than a year for the unemployment rate to drop below 5%. In fact, there are more job openings in today's economy than at any point in the past 2 decades, and wages are rising. This means people have jobs and they can afford homes. MartiniMortgageGroup.com fact number 4. Homeowners were over-leveraged in 2006 and 2007 versus today, where today homeowners are very much under-leveraged. Many people who bought a home in 06 and 07 purchased it based on speculation, and they were able to purchase a house with little or no money down. Some didn't even need to document their income. So when house prices started going down, they immediately had a negative equity position, which means that they owed a lot more on their mortgage than their home was worth. Sadly, this led to short sales and foreclosures. When we compare that to where we are today, where over 44% of homeowners have more than a 50% equity position in their home. Let me say it again so no one misses a beat. Today, over 44% of homeowners have more than 50% equity in their home. And this means that home prices would need to plunge by more than 50% of their current value in order for most homeowners to have a negative equity position. In addition, this means there is very little incentive for homeowners to go into foreclosure because they have equity. Do you remember during the pandemic, many talking heads were suggesting the sky would fall on real estate with a massive influx of foreclosures? The prediction of foreclosures never happened because of the equity position strength. Think again if you think we are in a housing bubble and that it's going to burst. We are not. Think again if you believe home values will fall. They should not. It is unlikely that home prices will decline when you consider the fundamentals of this housing market. Let me be transparent. This market should not be able to keep the historic pace of appreciation that we have seen in the last several years. It was unprecedented. I see a deceleration of home values. I said deceleration, not depreciation. We will see home prices still appreciate, just not as aggressively as we have seen in the past several years. Sure thing, mortgage rates are higher today, but from a historical perspective, they are still very low. In addition, on the other side of a recession, based on history, mortgage rates drift lower. Oh, by the way, during periods of recession, fixed assets tend to perform very well, and a house is a fixed asset. Over the long term, home values, according to the Home Price Expectations Survey, values are expected to have a 5-year cumulative appreciation of basically 25%. I share this because now is the time to find the right place to call home and still secure a great rate. Then, based on history, mortgage rates move lower an average of 1.8% after recession. And then you simply refinance to an epic rate, and you should already have a ton of equity in your home. In closing, I know that homeownership is not right for everyone, and that is okay. However, making the decision that homeownership is not right for you and your family without exploring your options is wrong. My name is Kevin Martini, and I am a certified mortgage advisor, and I am here to help you explore your homeownership options. You can reach me by simply dialing 919-238-4934. Thank you for tuning in, and please share this episode with someone you care about. Now it's time for the disclaimer. This material has been prepared for marketing purposes only. This is not a loan commitment or guarantee of any kind. Loan approval and rate are dependent upon borrower's credit, collateral, financial history, and program availability at time of origination. Rates and terms are subject to change without notice. The Martini Mortgage Group at PCL Financial is a division of Celebrity Home Loans, NMLS 227765, with a branch address of 507 North Blunt Street, Raleigh, North Carolina 27604. You can contact Certified Mortgage Advisor and Producing Branch Manager Kevin Martini, NMLS number 143962, by calling the branch, and that number is 919-238-4934. For a full list and more license information, please visit www.nmlsconsumeraccess.org or by visiting www.martinimortgagegroup.com. Equal Housing Lender.